not a mortal technique whose power and grace over words reign supreme, but I am truly unique in this power that I seek. I'm not a political revolutionary, but I still consider myself a social visionary, because it's injustice that occurs year to year, as people cowering, shaking in fear, holding their ears of a government that instead of water supplies liquor and beer. Truly poisonous is the corruption that is drawn near. For the kids in ghettos I shed a tear, where no Christmas or birthday cheer, just daddies who ain't there. Mothers addicted to crack powder and have dirty hair, laying on their backs and taking out the rear for 20 bills to buy a single pill. An extortionism of the human will has murdered, raped, and killed. It goes back in our history of greed overcoming, creating desire for the thrill. Read a story about World War I of a bunch of Russian soldiers raping a girl for the hatred they felt. And every time they raped her daddy cried and knelt, had to count the rapes that she held. The number reaching 48, her pain so great from the repeated violent rape. They raped her for the German atrocities against Mother Russia, their friends and families. And no longer do you hear the stories of friendship and loyalty. No more stand by me. There's fear that the human race seeks, and genocide in the Congo ignored. Put on the back burner to be forgotten and stored. Put our money towards Iraq in a false war created by Bush for the oil he saw. Had money in his eyes and didn't care about the wasted lives. Soldiers giving everything for a bunch of lies. He deserves to be tried, hung up and dried, for the death of so many youths whose mothers pleaded and cried when the flag arrived. Folded, put in a frame, forever reminder of a son that's slain, never to come back, never to breathe again. Sadness turns to pain in my heart. I see evil like Saddam Hussein, but in our own country, domestic not foreign. And it starts in Wall Street and Washington. Politics and bankers ruining lives as people they horn. Ruining is abhorrent, the state of affairs current. Let's make society less of a living dichotomy. I don't want any more poverty. We must begin building a bridge to shorten the financial gap between races and end this chronic hatred of blacks versus whites and whites versus blacks. We should have each other's backs. In my own town, you don't see a single Latino, black, or brown. Just a white skin ever to be found. A social dichotomy that is so-called minorities must be held living in poverty. But what happened to Dr. King's dream? The Million Man March should be the 6 billion human march to unite all people near and far and leave hatred and racism burn it to a char. How the youth must rise up and start to leave their mark. And it's through art and music that you can tell us apart. How gangs produce hip-hop to promote violence and drugs. It's no different than the neo-Nazi thugs. No better than the KKK or gangsters busting slugs in their own neighborhoods. But it's society's fault for letting the youth fall. The impoverished need us, and we need all people to gather around and hear my words. We are all of one world. And why do blacks live in poverty hurled into forced violence? Why do whites live with wealth and power and the ability to see but live in silence and take almost no part in rebuilding our government to helping the people who are supposed to be represented in it? What happened to Dr. King's revolution? We are basically back in the same situation we started in, and I don't see people who know how to live, just those living in purposeful through the omission of a sin. And it's a sin to see what's happening in society and not doing something. It's tough when everybody you know supports the angry view of social hatred against those who don't understand. We can find peace, I know we can. We just need a widespread motivation and no trepidation. No more getting up on a podium and faking, jerking society around public masturbation. My time has come, enough time I've been wasting. Time to face my trials and tribulations and understand that the compensation is society bathing in love, not hatred. Let's make society less of a living dichotomy. I don't want any more poverty. We must begin building a bridge to shorten the financial gap between races and end this chronic hatred of blacks versus whites and whites versus blacks. We should have each other's backs.